Today I'm going to be repainting my calipers. I've had them red for a while. I'm going to switch them up to yellow. I did it one time. It was really easy. I figured I could record it this time and show everybody what I did and how you could do it too. So all you really need is some brake cleaner. And then once the brakes are cleaned and ready to go, we're going to start putting a few coats of primer. And then your colored paint. Duplicate color is really good. I used it for the last set of the red caliper there. I used gloss red duplicate color paint and then a few coats of clear on top of it. Don't look at the curb rash. I'm going to jack the car up, get the wheel off, and then I'm going to start putting garbage bags around everything else but the caliper. You can go ahead and clean this up as much as you can. Make it look pretty if you don't ever get behind your wheels as much as you should. For now, since this is already painted, I'm going to sand it, get it rough so the primer can stick a little better. And then once that's all sanded up, I'm going to take some garbage bags and I'm just going to block off this whole area and behind it. I don't want any overspray, so it'll be up here on the fenders as well, so it'll just be this exposed to the caliper itself. So once I get it done sanded and bagged up, I'll come back. Alright, quick little announcement here. If you have any like gloves at all, man, that'll save you some time. Not necessarily time, but just, you know, it helps a lot. So here I've been sanding away at the red paint, and you can start to see the primer coming through. I sprayed it with some of this brake cleaner, and that really thinned it down a lot. It helped thin the paint, so the sanding was really easy. Yeah, this is how I was just working at it. Just like that. Get the whole surface a little. Just gotta be rough. Doesn't gotta be all gone, because you're gonna put like 4 or 5 coats of primer over it. 80 grit sandpaper. I don't know why that's there. 80 grit sandpaper, and that'll sand it down as much as you see it here, but you'll notice that there's a little bit of dust, like just extra residue stuff you don't want. So you get these steel wool cloths, and I spray it with brake cleaner, and then as that's wet, just kind of brush that all off, because you don't want any extra stuff on there while you put the primer coats on. So once we get all the extra dust and whatnot off, like that right there, then you'll be ready to tape off with garbage bags all around so you don't get overspray from the paint. And once again, brake cleaner. Just gonna use high heat primer. And then once those are all on, we're going to use duplicate color paint. This one specifically for calipers. I just saw it, thought it was pretty trustworthy, but then clear coat. I didn't know if there was any high heat resistant clear coats. I couldn't find any in the store, but when I did the red on my calipers, I used this stuff. Didn't have any problems. Alright, the best way to do this is once you get your full garbage bag, you just open it up normal. And at the very end, make a tiny little hole. Like, no bigger than just that little hole right there. Alright, find that hole, that's where you want your calipers to go through. So first coat of primer is on there. Now I gotta let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes before I add the next coat on. Okay, I got 4 layers of primer on, so I'm gonna add the color. I'm just gonna do it lightly in each layer. I'm gonna add more and more. So I'm going to let that dry, and then the next layer I'm going to go over it again and again and again, and I'll add the clear coat. Okay, here's the third or fourth layer of the yellow paint. Got it pretty much good. I don't see any primer, no red. But I did find this stuff. Duplicate color makes heat resistant up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit clear coat. So if you want to go look for this stuff, just to be extra safe, just in case the brakes get hot, I would recommend that. So I'm going to put 2 or 3 or 4 layers of this clear coat over the paint, and then this one should be done. I got the other side going right now, and then I'll do the back ones. So when I get them all done, I'll show you the final product. This one's just finishing up the clear coat. Looks amazing. And in the meantime, I've been working on a little something extra. It's size is 9mm on the website, but I'll link in the description. But it's this yellow pinstripe tape. I've been just doing it along here. Yeah, I can't wait till it's done. We're working on the back end. While the paint was drying, added this cool little strip on the bottom. Here's a yellow caliper from far away. Don't mind that part right there. I'm gonna make that look a little better, but I added a little yellow strip along this front splitter. Here's the other side. Little stripe down the side. And then those are going to be yellow. And then I got the back here. It's looking really good so far. I'll give you the final project once those are painted on both sides and the car's completely done. So there it is, final product. Alright, let me know what you guys want to see next. If you got any suggestions, let me know.